Hello, it's Moobit here, your friendly media manager from gamerdadsUK with a quick tech review for you and a bit of a heads up. This is for the Xbox fans here, and you'll be quite familiar with that. That is the standard Xbox 360 controller that you all know and kind of love. And as you know, it's fine. It's functional. It's, it does the job. It does what it is designed to do. You've got the usual buttons. You have got the things here. But the thing that always bugged me is this. As a retro gamer, the D-pad is absolutely effing awful. It is terrible. It's just, if you're playing any sort of retro remake, any kind of 2D game, anything that requires really accurate twitchy type movement, like Super Meat Boy, for example, or Pac-Man Championship Edition, doesn't work. Anyway, playing Call of Duty the other day on my usual Xbox. I've actually got a Halo one as well, which is, I'll show you, it's that one. I've been playing Call of Duty with the Gamer Dads quite badly, it has to be, I have to admit. And what I noticed, as with all controllers over the years, when you use them, the thumbsticks start to get a bit spongy. I've had these controllers for, well, that one since the ODST came out, that one for about 8 years, and eventually they do go a bit spunky. Now you can take them apart and give them a clean up and everything, and I know how to do that being a retro game. I'm used to doing that on the retro consoles. But I've just noticed in Amazon, in the sale, and in Tesco as well, and Asda I believe, they've gone down to £30 now, whereas before they were more expensive. This is now available. This is the Xbox 360 Chrome series, the latest version of the controller with the transformable D-pad that you might have heard about. Now, if you're going to buy a new controller, frankly, go for something like this. You've got the best of both worlds. We'll get this unboxed. I'll give you a little tour around the thing, and I'll give you my opinions. I'm going to go off and play on some Call of Duty and some retro games for a bit, and I'll come back at the video and let you know how it goes. So here we go. So out of the box, comes with the usual kind of things, really. Nice little plastic bit of a stand there. I think I was surprised about, especially this day and age, batteries, and decent brand batteries as well, which aren't going to be as good as the lithium-ion versions, but still, that's actually okay that they've included that. I wasn't expecting to do that. You can get the ones with the plain charge kits as well, but frankly, I don't see the point of those. I've got some rechargeable batteries that I use, like a special battery pack that I can use on a wireless plate that I just pop it on and it starts charging. You know what I'm like for gadgets. Usual instruction booklets in there. And yeah, I find that battery works. So the plain charge kit, especially if you're playing online, I've had GDs charging up in the past where they plug their plain charge kit in and it's just basically starts causing feedback. So, any of you guys have used those, you'll know all about that. I'll switch to macro. Now this is going to be hard to film just for the sheer fact it's quite shiny, and you can see my face. You can probably just about make out my face. Hi, there I am, just above the start button. Hello. Chrome series. Now they brought it out as Chrome for God knows what reason. It's not Chrome all the way around like you'd think it would be. So when you get the pictures, don't think it's going to be like that all the way around. It's not. It's just the usual plastic back on the back, same as the normal Xbox controller. Normal plastic back, it is exactly the same. It's just this is like a plasticky chrome thing. Comes in red, comes in blue, and it comes in actual chrome as well, which is like that colour. And it's okay. The chrome one, the silver one, for some reason is £2 more than the rest of them at the moment. As I'm recording this is November 2012, probably even cheaper now. Let's go do the main feature. There is the transformable D-pad. That's how it is normally on an Xbox pad. We'll show you that there. So there you go. That's a normal pad with it raised up, and it's almost like kind of a bowl type effect. So if you still want that kind of effect, you can do. But then all you do is twist it 90 degrees. I think it's clockwise. No, it's not. It's anti-clockwise. Let's get my thumbs in there. I've got greasy thumbs today. Ta-da! You see that? And it pops up. I'll try and do that on camera a bit better again. Basically, that stays the same, but the black things pop down. So when you twist it, 90 degrees, click. Nice and simple. And now you've got a raised D-pad, which to me is absolutely fan-dabby-dozy and the selling point of this thing. As you'll know, the guinea pig is making lots of noise now. Damn it. As you'll know, as I said earlier, for retro games, that's where it's going to be at, and I'll let you know what that's like. Another thing you might notice, the joysticks, the thumbsticks, are actually a different design. I'll try and get the original one in quickly here. And you got the usual nubbins, and it's concave. It's kind of concave. It's kind of a sticky kind of a rubber. Not sticky, but, you know, do you get what I mean? Like, your thumb doesn't move too much, whereas on this one, rather than having the nubbins each corner, it is lots of it's kind of hard to get this on camera, but there's lots of tiny little it's concave again, but not quite as deep, and also there's lots and lots of concentric circles going out to give it some more grip, which actually does feel okay. It doesn't feel as concave in the middle, but this rim around the outside edge here is actually raised up, so your thumb does sit in there quite nicely. Whether that's gonna feel a bit weird when you're playing sort of twitchy first-person shooters, I'm not sure yet. We'll come back to that at the end of the video and let you know. But there you go. There's a comparison again. So we'll go side by side if we can, just to give you an idea. So that's a hell of a lot deeper, but not as much grip. This is because it just kind of curves off at the end, whereas this one is not as deep, but the rim is a good. It's like that, and then the rim. So that's the best way I can describe it. Get one in your hand, you'll see what I mean. See if you prefer it. Usual thing, triggers, all the rest of it. Everything else is exactly the same except for the sticks and that D-pad. But you know, I thought I'd let you know, give you an idea as what this kind of thing looks like in the hands, and also just give you an idea gameplay wise from a retro gamer's perspective as well as a current gamer's perspective, how this thing feels to play. There's a bit of a comparison for you. Like I say, £30 at the moment, and £32 for the silver one. Pretty good buy, really. I'll come back at the end with this video now with I'll go and play some games, and I'll just let you know 2 minutes what I think, and yeah, I'll put the links in the description below. Hopefully. So I have now tested both of these, you know, side by side on the Xbox, both on Pac-Man Championship Edition and on Black Ops 2, just to get an idea of, you know, kind of a retro kind of skill game that uses the D-pad, and also, you know, more of a twitchy game that's using both thumbsticks. Would I recommend one of these? Well, if you don't mind it looking like C-3PO's love child, yeah, they're actually alright compared to this one. I mean, the sticks at first, if you're used to the sticks on the original, in terms of the way that they feel on your thumbs, take a couple of seconds to get used to. But for me, I actually prefer the little rim, the lisp around the actual edge of the stick here. It does fit over my thumb at least, and you know, gives it a bit more of a sense of security to me, rather than on this one, because I've had both mine for a while. The bits that are kind of a rough edge around the top, that you know, as they came, they had little lines, if you remember. They've rubbed away to almost nothing just through general wear and tear and play. The D-pad, fantastic, very responsive. Again, it feels like a Mega Drive pad. That's the kind of the best comparison I can make. It's at first I thought it'd be more like a SNES pad, you know, because it was a bit more isolated, but it does feel, just because your thumb naturally touches like the circle bit, it does feel like using an old school 3-buttoned original Mega Drive 1 pad. So that's kind of the best comparison. If you've ever felt one of those, you'll know what I mean. And if you like the way that works, I mean, for like Street Fighter 2 back in the day, that was the pad to use for me, but that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, get it. If you're buying it, if you got one of these and it's perfectly serviceable, and you're just buying it just for the pad gimmick, have a think about it. If you will play a lot of fighting games, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, things like that, go for one of these. It's going to be brilliant. If you're just getting it just because it's got a gimmick and you're going to use it once and that's about it, and the only D-pad you use it for is on, you know, first-person shooters to
swap stuff around or swap cameras or whatever the game it is. Probably not. What I am going to show you in another video in a couple of weeks when I can be asked, it is a Christmas period after all, is how to take one of these apart and actually clean the inside bowls of the actual sticks as well, so that they're a bit more responsive. So you might find that is better if you've got some like nail varnish remover or something like that knocking about the house. You can basically do it for free. So I'll show you how to do that. Try that first, and if it still feels a bit funky and the sticks aren't as responsive even after that, then yeah, for 30 quid, go and pick one of these up. There's a picture on the screen of what the blue and the silver one looks like next to each other. I'm hoping it'll be there and there. So there you go. Links are in the description below. Get them from Amazon.co.uk. Or I believe they were in Tesco and Asda last time I looked, but they weren't at £30. So I don't know how long it'll be going on for. But check out that link. You know what you're doing. Any way to save money for to spend on your actual kids. That's what we're here for. So hopefully that's been useful to you. Check out the video for the next one I post, which will be how to clean the innards of a thumbstick. That might be useful to all you guys, no matter whether you're PlayStation, Xbox, retro game or whatever. Until then, I've been Moober. I've been your media manager. I look after the YouTube channels for GamerDads, which is /gamerdadsUK and /retrocastUK. And of course, I am the producer and co-host on the now world famous GamerDads podcast, which can be found on iTunes by searching GamerDads or by going tinyurl.com/GDSPOD for all the download links for all the different formats. Check us out, and until next time, I'll see you later.
I like to move it, bit, 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 bit.